Capricorn, this is going to be a reading for March 28th through April 4th. There is a new moon in there somewhere. I don't have my notes with me, so I forget when. It's probably around the 2nd or 3rd if I were to guess, but look it up. The moon affects us, that's why I always mention it, right? So it's good to know what the moon's doing. I am obviously not in my studio space. I am outside at a friend's house in her beautiful, spacious backyard. But as such, there are dogs and neighbors with equipment running and chickens and geese and frogs. I just heard frogs, so it's an experiment. Thank you for experimenting with me, Capricorn. I appreciate it. So we're going to take a look at your week, the energies of your week. We're going to take a look at past, present, future, challenge, and what does and doesn't work for you this week, Capricorn. So let's dive in. There's also children. My child is running around, so I thought I heard her. That's why I was like, oh. It's all an experiment, Virgo. Oh, Capricorn. My apologies. Capricorn. I just did Virgo. Capricorn. Ooh, all right. Okay, Capricorn. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. But let me just take a look at the cards for a moment and sit here with them. Okay. Okay, Capricorn. So I'm laughing because there's, we have the Three of Swords here in what does work for you. In your present situation, we have the Empress, challenged by the Hermit, which, if you're mixing it with all these other cards, what doesn't work for you this week is the Ten of Cups. So that's why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because life, right? So in the recent past, we have the Two of Swords. And if I'm looking at all the other cards here, it definitely feels like, something happened that you are not incredibly fond of taking an entire look at yet. You have these blinders on a little bit, and you're a little bit probably more in your head than you should be, right? It's easy to say that. It's harder to get out of that. I would always say that having some sort of practice of staying present, whatever that means to you, it's not easy. It's something that I practice in my own way, or rather a specific way that I'm not allowed to teach, but it's a practice of staying present, basically. So however you can do that, I would suggest you do that. It might be helpful for you this week, Capricorn, and always. Anyway, moving into the energies of this week, we have the Two of Swords, as I just said, all those things. Moving beyond that, we have the Empress card, and again, if I'm looking at those other two cards, the Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups, and their personal positions here, it feels like it's an energy of nurturing, but it feels like you want to be nurtured also. It feels like you nurture a lot. Or you do this week at least. Oh, there's a chicken. Maybe you'll see him. Her. It's a her. Wow, and that's kind of appropriate for your reading. I feel like, oh, look, there's several chickens. Here they come. Okay. The Empress is crossed here by the Hermit. So your challenge this week is to move more into this Hermit energy, to really it feels like there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of internal head thinking going on with you this week, Capricorn. And the challenge here is to be okay with being alone, and to be okay with being yourself, and to almost nurture yourself, and to not feel like you have to nurture everybody else or worry about everybody else, or I'll just leave that there. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't have to beat that dead horse. In the near future, I'm going to go there first. Yeah, in the near future, we have the Hanged Man. So the challenge here is that Hermit, and to get into this place where you're nurturing yourself and you're asking yourself what you need instead of wondering or worrying about anybody else, and how they affect your world and how they create your world, and letting them create your world. Your challenge this week is to create. The Empress creates, right? She creates life and she nurtures. And so your challenge this week is to do that for yourself, and to stop worrying about other people, and to let some things go. And then the Hangman is kind of this, very similar energy. You're going to be moving into this Hangman energy. You're almost going to be accepting the challenge. If we're looking at, this, it feels like you accept the challenge and you're like, okay, Hermit challenge accepted. All right, let's do the Hangman thing. Let's take a break, take a step out. Let's try to see things from a different perspective, and get internal, and to really work on myself this week, and to learn some things about myself. What doesn't work for you this week, we have the Ten of Cups. So what doesn't work for you this week is, I don't want to say happiness, but kind of, or assuming that this is what's going to happen this week, or assuming that you have to express that out into the world, or that the world owes you that. That doesn't work for you this week. What does work for you this week is moving through this Three of Swords energy. So did you feel hurt by somebody? Something you don't want to look at? Did you get stabbed in the back? Did you feel maybe either victimy, or just that you didn't deserve it, or that it happened really fast and you weren't expecting it, or whatever? Move through those feelings. Get into that Hermit space. Sit there with the Hangman energy after, with that. So you have the self-care, you have the self-nurturing, you have the creative energy, but the creative energy that you're going to find within this week, and that will move you through this. It'll move you through and past this energy. If you just ignore it, it probably won't really just go away. You're going to have to work through the feelings and see why you felt hurt, and see what your needs are. And Empress, right? See what your personal needs are and what you need to feel nurtured, and honor that stuff. And if other people didn't give that to you, then that's fine. There's someone out there that will, that can offer those things for you. And that you have things to offer as well. But first you have to, all of these cards, I wish I could show you, but I can't really move this whole rig. If you're looking at the cards here, it's like moving from an energy of like needing other people to make you feel happy, and moving into a place where you feel happy with yourself. It's simple. It's pretty simple. So I'll leave that there, Capricorn. We'll pull a Four Agreements card to see which Four Agreement will best help you get through the energies of your week. Everything just died and got still here. All the wind stopped and everything. It just got warmer. And the sun. All right, Four Agreement for Capricorn. Be impeccable with your word. Cultivate faith. To have great faith is to have great power, because your intent, your will, is undivided. When your word isn't dissipated by doubt, the power of your word becomes even stronger. All right, Capricorn. That's what I have for you this week. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Share with your kooky friends. I need team members on my team. That means subscribers. So please subscribe, join my team, grow with me. As a reminder, this is a practice for me. For more on what that means, you can look at the info in the description. Thank you, Capricorn. Have a beautiful week. I will see you next week.